were part of an explosive offense when Drew Brees was your quarterback as well with the Saints. Tell me, what stood out to you the most about Lamar's MVP season? Because he took a lot of criticism as well.
I mean, basically just how he handled it, man, how he carried himself. He believed in himself, his work ethic, how he loves his teammates, how he wants to be the best for his teammates. He has a special relationship with everybody in the organization. So just the person he is and how he handled the pressure. Had a great year, and he's only going to continue to get better. So I'm just proud of him. I'm glad to be in the same team with him, on the same backfield with him. I'll just try to make his job easy.
We give so much credit, Mark Ingram, to the Tennessee Titans for the way they performed or whatever. But as you guys reflect on the postseason that you had, what was different in that game compared to what y'all were doing in the regular season? As you reflect on that game, what do you guys think that you should have done that you weren't doing?
Man, in the NFL playoffs, it's one-game elimination. If you mess around and have a bad game, your first game of the playoffs, you essentially go home and sit on the couch. Those guys came in with a great game plan. We had some opportunities that we didn't take advantage of that they capitalized on. And, a few plays here and there, turnovers, big plays that we allowed them to have. And we just didn't have a good game, man. So we got to do better. And when the lights are the brightest, we got to perform. So we'll learn from that, and we'll be better for it this year.
How much pressure is on you guys from this point of view, Mark? I liken you in certain ways to like D'Antoni's teams. It was always in the NBA, you can't win just jacking up three-point shots, and the whole league said you couldn't do that. D'Antoni believed you could, but never won a championship doing it. Then the league changed based on that, right? Like, you can't build around a quarterback who plays the way Lamar Jackson does until someone did. That's you guys. But you still haven't won a championship. Do you feel any, pressure to prove that you can win this way? Like, for Lamar Jackson?
No, we don't feel pressure to prove that we can win a certain way. We know that we can win that way. We just got to go out and do it. I mean, Lamar's a young QB. His first year, he got thrown in the fire, and he went 6-2 as a starter, made it to the playoffs, and we didn't have success that first year. But then last year, we went 14-2, made it to the playoffs. We just got to perform when the time is right. When the lights are brightest, playoffs, one-game elimination. You can't afford to have mistakes. You can't afford to have turnovers. You can't afford to have lapses in your mental focus. So we just got to learn from those lessons and continue, the success that we had in the regular season. We got to take that to the postseason. We just got to have that confidence, have that swagger, and go and execute, man. And we have the guys to do it. We have the coach staff to do it. We have the organization to do it, and we have the quarterback to do it. So we're just back at square root one, preparing to have a championship run this year.
Mark, obviously the Kansas City Chiefs are the rave. Not only are they the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, but they're considered to have the best player in football in Patrick Mahomes, who's an absolute stud. From an opposition standpoint, how does that affect you guys in terms of your approach to the season, what your mindset is, knowing that you've got that guy standing in the way of any kind of dreams or aspirations you have of being Super Bowl champions?
I mean, Pat Mahomes is a monster, man. He's a special player. His leadership, his accuracy, his arm strength. He can be mobile outside the pocket, and he has it all. I mean, that's why he was the MVP 2 years ago, and that's why he was the Super Bowl champ and the Super Bowl MVP this year. But, we respect them, but we're not scared of them. We know they have a great team, but we feel that we have a great team. We feel that we have a great quarterback and our guy, LJ. So we feel if we do what we need to do, play the way we can play and play to our potential, man, we feel like we can beat anybody. So we got respect for the Chiefs, man, defending Super Bowl champions. We play them next year. We'll have to see them in the playoffs if we want to win the Super Bowl. But, we focus on us, and we know that if we play to the best of our abilities that we could, beat anybody.
And Patrick Mahomes is just different. The fact that they almost went to the Super Bowl and then won the Super Bowl in his first 2 seasons. But Lamar is also different, Mark, and you've been outspoken about that at post-game pressers and stuff like that. When you say you guys, if you have a bad game, one game elimination, that's that. What is the difference, do you think, between the Mahomes-led teams who have gone as far as, who haven't had bad days, or when they have overcome them early, overcome early jitters to win, and you guys where it's or Lamar, where it's 2 first-round exits so far, particularly this year where you were so dominant in the regular season. You talked about the what, but what do you think the why is?
Man, it's everybody, man. Obviously, Mahomes, just to be able to pull themselves out of the hole versus Houston, even in the Super Bowl, man, it didn't look like they were going to, pull it out. But, Mahomes just somehow just stays confident, just stays focused, and just doesn't never, his demeanor is always level. You know what I mean? He's never too high. He's never too low. He just always stays in it, man. And I admire that about him. I appreciate that about him, that he's able to, when they're ahead, he's able to keep the gas on. When they're behind, he's able to, come back and generate momentum for his team to be able to come back and win. But it's just everybody, man. It's the entire team. The offense has to play good. The defense has to play good. The special teams, the coaches. You can't have turnovers. You can't allow big plays. And when you do have those things, you got to find a way to weather the storm, man. So we just working on it, man.
Mark.
I don't have a reason. I've been to a few playoffs and had some tough losses, man. So I'm trying to figure it out with my team, and we're trying to work our hardest to win the championship.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.